In exercise 8b, we're now using the normal distribution to do these tests. And the first one, we're assuming H0 is mu is 50. And H1 is mu is greater than 50. And we're doing this at 1% test. And it's a one-tail test. Can you see that there? Sorry about the glare there. Under H0, X is a normal distribution with a mean of 50, and it tells us that the standard deviation there would be 3, or the variance would be 3 squared. But we're doing a sample to test this, a sample of 20. And what happens when we do a sample of 20, we look at the distribution of the means. And the distribution of the means, the overall mean stays the same, but the variance gets 20 times smaller as we look for that there. Find the critical regions for this test. Well, now we're ready to grab the calculator. So into my normal distributions here, and we're doing a greater than, because we're only looking for the greater than in what part there. Don't know what X is going to be at the moment. I'm just going to put 50 in there to check it. The standard deviation. So the standard deviation is the square root of this thing here, which is 3 divided by root 20. And the mean we are assuming is 50 here. That should give 0.5 because I've just put 50 in there. We don't want this probability to be 0.5. We want it to be 1% here. So I'm going to put 0.01 in there, and it's giving me that the probability that X bar, be careful, I know this doesn't say X bar, but we are talking about the means here. The probability that the mean is greater than or equal to 51.56 is equal to 0.01. So that tells me that my critical region is X is bar is greater than or equal to 51.56. I mean, you can put greater than, of course, there as well, because greater than or equal to have no bearing on a normal distribution. So X, the mean, is greater than 51.56. What's the chance of that happening? So the type 1 error is the chance of rejecting H0. So that's the probability that X bar is greater than 51.56, given that H0 is true. And that is exactly what we just did. That was 1%. And for this one here, unlike the previous exercise, this will be exactly the value of the test. Because it's continuous, we can get it spot on. So a type 2 error is the probability of not rejecting this. So the opposite of that one there. So that is the mean is less than 51.56, given that H0 was false. And like in the last one there, they're going to need to tell us, but it turned out to be 53. So it turned out to be 53, it says in the question there. So let's go back to this bit here. Let's just change it to a less than. And then I'm going to change the mean now to a 53. And the chance it's less than that is 0.0159. That's pretty good, isn't it? So mu is 53, given that. So that's the probability of the type 2 error. Have I read all the question? Yeah, I've just done the question without reading it, really.